This is the S.J. Childs Show, hosted by S.J. Childs, streaming on all podcast platforms and on YouTube. Find us on all social medias. The S.J. Childs Show, bringing value to families through education and resources. Check us out weekly, where we'll have new and exciting guests. Thanks so much for your support. Enjoy the show. This episode is brought to you by S.J. Childs Books for Children. Visit sjchilds.org today to check out their special needs book collection. Teach inclusion and neurodiversity in this special 7-book collection. Get yours today. Sponsors include Blinky Minky Blankets, handmade double-sided Minky blankets, highest quality and craftsmanship, creating your perfect blanket for your loved one as a special forever gift. Code word the mouth for discount today. By Dana Ball Legal Services. Avoid common legal mistakes and protect your small business. Dana makes it affordable for your Utah small business to avoid common legal mistakes with business operations, contracts, and employees. Get more information today at danaballlaw.com. By Moving with Autism, a service for autism families seeking real estate and design services that provide support for their child's development and family lifestyle. Natalie Castro is a Utah autism real estate specialist and autism sibling whose mission is to connect families to community support with sensory-friendly designs and relocation services. By Elevation Chiropractic Center. Get started on your path to full health. Elevation Chiropractic Center uses the upper cervical chiropractic technique to get results by identifying and solving the root issues of your medical condition quickly and safely. Elevation Chiropractic Center, Salt Lake City, Utah. This story is brought to you by Water and Body Basics, West Valley City, Utah. Hi, and welcome to the S.J. Childs Show. I'm your host, S.J. Childs, and today I have a special guest. Special not only because her name is Sara J, by the way, but because she is a great guest to have today. So please let me introduce Sara. Thank you so much for being here today, Sara Jayne.
Thank you for inviting me. It's so exciting. You are SJ and I am SJ. I mean, it was just meant to be.
It was serendipity, exactly. When I saw your picture and, you know, what your bio said and everything, it totally resonated. I really liked your message. So I'm really excited to have you here today. So let's just jump right in and get started. Introduce yourself. Tell us about yourself and what got you started.
All right. So my name is Sara Jayne and I am a chiropractor in North Dakota. And I am a little on the, more on the holistic side. We have home birth and I'm a chiropractor and we homeschool and just daily. And now I started a podcast. And the reason I did that was because I wanted to reach more people, because you can only reach the people that walk in your door. So that way I could reach more people wherever they were. And I think it's very important that people have a support system, and maybe not just in your hometown, all over. And so I encourage people to do better, be better, and live better. And I try to do that in a variety of ways.
I love that message. And I am a former massage therapist who worked for a chiropractor who, yes, absolutely believe wholly, in its healing abilities and just wholeness and wellness overall. So I'm just, it's so great. Like I said, it resonated with me a lot. Talk to us about your practice there in North Dakota. And like you said, I love that you made it into a podcast because a lot of people, I'm sure everybody probably knows what chiropractic, work is, but for those who may not, explain to us what you do and kind of your ideal at your practice.
I think it's funny when it comes to chiropractors, because if a person has never been to a chiropractor before and they go to a chiropractor and don't have a good experience, they're not going again, right? Yeah. But if you go to a dentist or a gynecologist or just a primary doctor, you just find another one. Right. Yeah. You just find, because you just know. But if a person has had a bad experience for whatever reason, they're all crazy, they're quacks, whatever. And I encourage people to shop around, and you should shop around for your massage therapist and your dentist and your medical doctor, because you need to find a good fit for you. So chiropractors, you're going to find a large range. You're going to find some chiropractors that do a lot of muscle work, some people who just adjust, some people who just do nutrition. And what we do is we remove the nerve interference from your spine. So sometimes it could be headaches, it could be constipation, it could be babies who are spitting up a lot. Chiropractic can help with a lot of things. And I have a lot of people who will say, well, thankfully, I've never had to go to a chiropractor before. And I always tell them, and I'm actually writing a book, and this is what it's about. It's, if you think about your body like your vehicle, you usually treat your vehicle better than you treat your body. So you always take your car in for an oil change, right? So we don't say, oh, thank goodness I haven't had to go in for an oil change.
Yeah.
Because you just do it, right?
Yeah.
And so it's kind of sad, because I think they say the average age that a person goes to a chiropractor is like 42. And think of what happens in that 42 years. Think about the birth process and falling off your bike and falling out of trees and playing basketball and football and sitting at a desk all day. Chiropractic is to help your body just function better. And I do hear a lot of people that say, I don't believe in chiropractic. Okay, this isn't something that I'm trying to make you believe in. It is what it is, and it will help some people and it won't help others. But same with blood pressure medication. It might help you, but it might not help me. So you have to find what works for you. And my practice focuses mostly, we do adjustments and we do muscle work. And I now have a massage therapist who works out of my office. I have a Reiki energy healer working out of my office. So we just try to work with the person and try to get them what they want. And another thing I like to say is that if you ever go to a chiropractor or even a doctor for that matter, and they are just going to solve every single one of your problems, I think I would run, because we do, and we should, and this is my philosophy, I do the best I can for you. So if I don't think I can help you, then maybe you do need physical therapy or you need muscle relaxers. I don't know, but I do what I can do for you. And if I can't, I'm probably not your end all be all, but I'm going to do what is in your best interest.
Yeah. And that's so important for people to hear, and so true, because just as you would find, like you said, different types of people to do different types of work for different reasons, the same goes for finding the right team for your whole body system that works for you, that works the best, that you have the same, communication style as, that they can understand what your needs are. You can understand what their needs are. Because as a patient, you being, also a massage therapist, I understand I need to, if I don't have a connection or if that person doesn't feel comfortable with me, they're not going to get out of it what I'm trying to give. And that's okay. That's okay. I'm not the only massage therapist. I'm not even a massage therapist anymore. Licensed at least, but that's okay. Like now, there's so many. I mean, I got into it when people were like, don't tell anyone, and it's like, it's okay. I'm gonna, work for a sports team. Get off my back. And so it's just funny how things like this, evolve through time, right? So yes, having a chiropractor as a part of your team, your health team, right? Isn't that the best way to use it?
It is. And I really think that we all should have good relationships with all of our providers, because you have, and as a chiropractor, and you would know this as a massage therapist, you really do have a relationship, and there's a big trusting relationship there, right? And another thing for you, I'm sure that you saw as well, is that sometimes we are the only people who touch a person.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you have some of these older people come in, they live by themselves, they are very lonely. And it was very sad there for a while when the older population wasn't leaving their houses, because when you're there, I don't want to say highlight because, I'm so great, but they come in and they see people and they talk to the front office lady, and then, they just feel they feel better being in a positive environment and just having someone touch their muscles and know that someone cares.
I can't, my head is just like ideas. This really resonated with me because of the thought of this is going to be kind of a crazy thought to say too, that even ties this together. But when I was single, living in another state by myself, kind of in a relationship I just really needed to get out of, I got into massage therapy. And after I was already a massage therapist, realized I needed physical touch, and I didn't know how else to get it. I didn't know how else to reach my partner and say that this isn't, my physical needs aren't being met. They're not being met. And I literally reached into the most physical, like intimate job setting I could find to receive that and to heal myself through that. Not now I can say that. Of course, going through the process, you're just walking through it. But in hindsight, it just really healed me coming out of a divorce, going through a relationship that just was a set, like a place to sit. It was like a rest stop, kind of along the way that just, it was great. It had provided its restroom and its drinks available, but that was it, So yeah, I got to move on. But yeah, it's so interesting how that can happen for the older generation, and just, for anyone in general that is maybe more of an introvert and doesn't have the same kind of outwardly spunk and things that like you and I probably have, and want to be around people and have those interactions. But yeah, I agree that setting up those relationships with providers is so important. So important.
And it's fascinating that you healed yourself by helping heal others.
Yeah.
How great is that?
Oh, it's incredible. And I can tell you the same has been done as you, doing a podcast. I'm not sure how long or anything you've been going, but mine is fairly new, within the last, 6 months or so. And I, before this, have just been a stay-at-home mom with a ponytail and sweatpants on, doing homeschool and things like that. And this has reinvented myself. Like, I have a new love for myself. I'm like, oh yes, you look gorgeous. Your, makeup looks good. Your hair looks good. And it's this newfound, again, healing process and growth experience of just doing something I've never done before. Being brave enough to sit in front of a camera and not judge myself the whole time, and not, Absolutely. I would never judge another person, but judge yourself. That's where the deep but so I think that all of it has really maintained a really good growth level, I would say. So it's exciting. And I'm sure with your podcast you find the same. Not only are you you're giving free like life value away, you're giving valuable information away for free to people with what you're saying. So it's amazing. And what is the podcast called?
Fast Lane with Sara Jayne.
Okay.
And I have a lot of I've had so many different guests, and my husband has razzed me a little bit because I do a lot of health and wellness type things and how to make yourself better and whatever. And I have had 2 true crime writers on. Ooh. And he's like, Sara, it doesn't seem like that really went with your podcast. I said, absolutely it does. And he said, how? I said, because I like their books and I wanted them on my podcast because I wanted to talk about it.
Exactly.
Well, it's a little more dark, and I totally get it. Like, when I have someone talking Reiki, or I have an author of XYZ or a marriage counselor, and then we have true crime, I get it. It is totally different, but it was interesting to me.
Why not though?
Right.
Yeah, I love it.
And it's telling their story. And when you're telling your story about how you were a stay-at-home mom until like this helped reinvent yourself, how absolutely amazing is that? And it is so hard for people to grasp this concept, but I get so excited when people do something for themselves. They're taking a new class, they're doing a podcast, they're writing a book. Like, that literally makes me excited. But I think that maybe is because a lot of people don't live in that mind frame. A lot of people are in the mind frame of, well, I'm not doing a podcast and I'm not writing a book and I'm not taking a class. I don't really care what people aren't doing. Because I don't judge them for what they are or they aren't doing. Yeah. But it is such a satisfying experience to be excited for someone.
Yeah. And that is so true. Yeah. Let's talk about your book. Let's talk about it and what you're still in the process of writing.
Yep. And it's really almost finished, and I just need to pretty much get it to the my English teacher, I have asked to edit
I
it
love
from
it.
high school because this is a new thing for me, and it's called Life is a Highway. And so I just go through how life is like a highway, and we
Yeah.
have ups and downs, and we have unexpected things happen along the way, and we really just we're like a car,
Yeah.
except we usually take better care of our car. So it's kind of been fun to write, and it did you find when you were writing, and I knew that I'd be asking you questions because it's hard
I
for me
love
not
it.
to ask people questions, but did you find, because I would like you on my podcast as
I'd
well,
love
because I have
to.
a lot of
Absolutely.
questions about what you got going on. But when you write something, are you just always super critical about it? Do you have to at some point just let it go and
Hmm.
just write and be just fine with it and stop analyzing everything?
You know, I would say my husband is. Yes, that's how he does his writing, and he's over analytical and things. I am very mine are children's books that are poetic. So it if it's so easy. It
Sure.
just it rhymes and it sings songs and it just like it's cute. So it's not it's a little harder to even, it would be yeah, I think I would probably get really carried away if I tried to be too much. So as long as it rhymes and it really makes sense for who I'm, writing it about, then I think so. But I can say I am I didn't want to take away from your book by saying this either, and it's not going to in any way, but
Yeah.
my husband and I are actually thinking about doing a program and also writing a book about marriage, and it's also called The Roadmap to a Good Marriage. So I just thought how cute
Oh
you're
my
writing about a
gosh.
highway and I'm like a roadmap, and I'm like, oh,
Oh,
how could
funny.
this? How, two Sarahs, two SJs in
Wild.
the world. Yeah,
That's
it
cool.
is wild. So
That's really
we'll
cool.
talk more about that at a different time when we have more time to
Yeah.
discuss it all. But yeah, but it is on that front. Yeah, it probably will be a little bit more work because it'll have the two of us, and like I said, he's way more analytical,
Mm-hmm.
and he has his ideas of what things should look like, or the format or the layout, and then I have mine. And
Mm-hmm.
I've already written books, so I'm like, oh, what about the format, like what's the page size going to be? And he's just like, no, like I don't want to talk
Sure.
about that, like I just want to, let's
Sure.
do the words, let's work on what we're going to say. And I'm like, well, I need to know this stuff.
Yeah.
So, for me, it's kind of cute how we'll have to see how it all turns out. But yeah.
Well,
So
and whatever we write is going to really resonate with some people and not with
yeah,
others, right? But
a hundred
that's with
percent.
absolutely any book. And so
Yeah.
you hear a lot of people who have such great ideas, and it's just a matter of doing it, right? I
Hmm.
mean, we all have grand
Taking that
ideas
baby
about
step.
something.
Yes,
I want to start
definitely.
working out. I want to write a book. I want to paint my living room. And it in a lot of my book is talking about just taking action in your life,
Yeah.
because we are the only ones who are going to do that. And how many books are about that? There's a lot, but again, a book's going to resonate with you and not with me, and vice
Yeah.
versa. So I just think it's really important for people to have as many people in their corner,
Yeah.
encouraging them to grow.
Absolutely.
And
Isn't that the truth?
on my website, which is purely sarajayne.com, there's a clarity guide, and a person can download that. And it's kind of nice because it asks you some questions, pretty basic questions about your life. And sometimes when we want to make changes, we try to be super extreme and do all the changing right now,
Oh.
when really we just need to take little steps,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Isn't that the truth? No,
Yeah.
I completely agree with that. I think I am an overachiever. And so in that, I want to, yeah, do too many steps at once. And even in the last, like maybe like month, I've been learning I can't multitask. Like I'm a great multitasker, but I shouldn't be. I should be taking one thing at a time,
Yeah.
finishing it, moving on, not multitasking, because I've got way too many things and then I forget and I don't go back and I don't finish. And
Mm-hmm.
oh boy,
But that comes with being a mom too. And
that's true.
if I don't have, and right here, like I love my little paper planner, and I have
Oh,
all the things in my paper planner. And some people, like to tease me because they got
go
everything in their
digital,
phone.
go digital.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't. I
Yeah.
love looking at, oh, look at how busy this week is, and this week isn't busy. And so I am the same way. I
Yes.
do a lot of multitasking. I do think it just comes with being a mom. And one time I had said, my husband had said, I can't help him with homework and make supper and try to watch him. And I said, wait, what did you just say? You can't be a mom? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, right? That's a mom's job, dude. Like backseat.
And even tonight, I have something going on. And my husband had said, oh, I have to do that because you have something going on. And I said, because you're the parent. Like, you just don't even think about, I'm dropping him off, I'm picking him up, I'm got to get him to football. Oh,
Yeah.
and then we got to eat dinner. You sometimes, and we're just on autopilot sometimes. We just know what we got to do and you just do it. And we're amazing creatures. And I just don't think that sometimes we give ourselves enough credit. However, there is no award for being busy.
Right.
You talk to people and you get a lot of people coming in here. How are you? Oh, I'm so busy. Right. A lot of us are busy and this isn't a contest. Or you'll get a lot of people, I'm so tired. Right. A lot of us are, especially when you have new babies and you're getting, all these people saying they're tired. And I get it. And maybe one of my weaknesses is I don't like to talk about negative things. And even today I had someone, we were messaging about something and I said, is that public knowledge? Because I never want to, I don't want people to think, I don't know. I really don't like to be negative. And I know sometimes, we all get in these negative slumps, but it doesn't help people when we just complain.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm tired. Or, oh, well, we were painting. I had such a mess at home. At the end of the day, no one cares. And is it just dragging us down to be negative?
Totally,
so,
100%. What you give out is what you get back. And it goes right along with our words. I have a 15-second rule in my mind lately. I've decided 15 seconds, I'll let it stay in there for 15 seconds. If it's, negative or, oh, that guy cut me off, whatever. Okay, let it go. Whatever, turn the corner. Everything's fine. Look at the sun. Wow, mountains, yay, kind of just silly. Like 15 seconds, that's it. Because more than that, then you're going to start bringing action and it's going to follow you. So yeah, thanks. So yeah, definitely. It's fun things we can share with, everybody out there. Before we go, tell us again your website and, anything else where we can find you.
So on my website, which is purely sarajayne.com, you'll be able to find my podcast and my blog link. I also, in my practice, I do a lot of supplements with patients, and I always encourage people to not buy their supplements at big chain stores because you go down the aisle and there's something for everyone. And, just because Dr. Oz said X, Y, and Z doesn't mean that you need to buy it. And you don't know
because it says buy one, get one free, right?
Exactly. And I like to tell people, if you're going to spend your money, just please make sure you're doing it wisely. I would rather have you take nothing than take something that maybe is worse for your health. So on my website, you can connect with me. We can have a call. We can go through, we can find what is best for you to take for supplement wise without making any crazy changes or breaking the bank. I also am a big non-toxic lifestyle gal. And so there's a link on there as well. And sometimes, again, that can be overwhelming for people. And people listening, I do not judge what you use. I don't. But I do know that you can't wear your normal deodorant when you go to a mammogram because there's heavy metals in there and that could skew the results. So I think that we need to think about, well, if we wear that every day though, and we just can't wear it to a test, maybe we shouldn't be wearing it every day. So, so true. I like to encourage that and that's exciting too, because I'll have a parent whose child has eczema, and just by changing some soap or lotion, that changes their life because now their kid isn't itching or having to wear long sleeves. So sometimes I think maybe I try to do too many things, but it all rolls into one. The adjustments and the supplements and the non-toxic lifestyle and living your best life, it kind of all just goes together. So you can find all of the things and all of the things about me on purelysarajayne.com, or that's really the best resource. And then when my book comes out, which should be next month, that will be on the website as well.
Wonderful. Oh, thank you so much for your time today. And I can't wait to connect and come onto your show. And I think we're stuck with each other now because we have way more to talk about.
We do. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. We'll be in touch.
All right.
Blinky Minky Blankets, handmade double-sided minky blankets, highest quality and craftsmanship, creating your perfect blanket for your loved one as a special forever gift. Code word the mouth for discount today. By Dana Ball Legal Services. Avoid common legal mistakes and protect your small business. Dana makes it affordable for your Utah small business to avoid common legal mistakes with business operations, contracts, and employees. Get more information today at danaballlaw.com.
By Moving with Autism, a service for autism families seeking real estate and design services that provide support for their child's development and family lifestyle. Natalie Castro is a Utah autism real estate specialist and autism sibling whose mission is to connect families to community support with sensory-friendly designs and relocation services. By Elevation Chiropractic Center, get started on your path to full health. Elevation Chiropractic Center uses the upper cervical chiropractic technique to get results by identifying and solving the root issues of your medical condition quickly and safely. Elevation Chiropractic Center, Salt Lake City, Utah.
This story is brought to you by Water and Body Basics, West Valley City, Utah.